Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do a special what spirit needs you to see about you, okay? If that's something that interests you, please stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That's gonna have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? So Gemini, what does Spirit need you to see about you? We have the yin yang that came out, and the first message I got was that you are learning to alchemize. You are learning that both the light and the dark exist in this world, and both are valuable. You couldn't have the light without the dark, and you couldn't have the dark without the light, right? And there is a time and place for both. Those that try to hide from what makes them uncomfortable, be it the light or the darkness, because the light can be uncomfortable when you have to step into it and you have to be vulnerable with yourself. You know, the darkness can be uncomfortable when you feel shame or you feel like you're not living to your highest potential. So there's an energy here of you learning to alchemize, learning to temper and balance both energies within yourself, because Gemini, you are both, right? With the yin yang energy, you are the light and you are the dark. You are a dualistic being. So there's something here about that where Spirit wants you to see that about yourself, that is what this lifetime for many of you, obviously not everybody, but many of you are learning to do. You're learning how to alchemize both the light and dark within you and create your own magic, your own essence from that, okay? A lot of you guys are very connected to Spirit, and Spirit doesn't want you to turn away from it or to lose hope when things don't happen the way that you want them to happen, or you don't think that the path is as easy as it should be. I think that some people think that being connected to Spirit means that everything's going to be easy and sunshine and roses and rainbows and we're never going to be hurt. But at the end of the day, life is an experience, and you're here to experience all aspects of being human. So, Gemini, you are here to learn strength, be strong, learn to be an alchemist, learn to be a magician, right? To express these energies within yourself and around you. And a lot of you guys are meant to create your own philosophies of what you believe, what the truth is to you. Gemini, you don't let anybody sit here and tell you what the truth is, right? I feel like there's something here where you have a certain hard-headedness or a stubbornness about you, and that's done you well in life, because you're not willing to just fall into anybody's traps. You're not willing to just go along to get along in most cases. If something doesn't feel right, if something doesn't seem right, if it doesn't sound right, you will develop your own perspective and therefore your own truth and conclusion to whatever that is. A lot of you guys are learning how to wield that Queen of Swords and King of Swords energy that you are represented by in the tarot, right? The Queen of Swords is somebody who questions things around her. She questions the circumstances. She asks herself, does this align with my values? Does this align with what I truly believe, what I feel inside? You know? She expects the truth and she expects integrity. And the King of Swords is the person who comes down to his own conclusion after he's went through that Queen of Swords energy of inspecting what the truth truly is. The King of Swords is very firm and grounded in what his life philosophy is. And I feel like that's what some of you guys are doing right now. That's what Spirit needs you to see about yourself. And it's not always easy, because sometimes we have to be illuminated in the light to the bullshit around us. See, the things that we've been taught that aren't true, you know? To the lies that we possibly believed within ourselves that weren't true, to what society tells us we should believe, or to what even religions and books from thousands and thousands of years ago that were written tell us what's right and what's wrong. It's not easy to strip down bare, you know, and then build yourself back up in that essence of truth. But I feel like that's something that you're doing, Gemini. I don't know. That's the message that I'm getting from Spirit. I also feel like a lot of you, Spirit wants you to see that you need meditation as a Gemini. You need to try to learn to meditate or to be mindful or quiet your mind a little bit. There's an energy here of your thoughts can get away with you if you let them. And trust me, I resonate. I know, okay? Your thoughts can get away with you if you let your thoughts. You're here to master your mind, okay? And in a sense, be a mastermind, right? I don't know. There's something about that. Being a mastermind and being a true alchemist and a true magician, like showing people what true manifestation is. I feel like that's something that you're meant to do, you know? But first you have to master yourself. You can't master anything outside of yourself. You can't manipulate any energy outside of yourself until you learn to master the energies within yourself. So a lot of you guys do go through the storm. And you do feel like you're out there on that boat going round and round and over, getting swished around, you know, by the emotions and by the turmoil and swinging to the light, to the dark, to the light, to the dark. And that's all part of your alchemization process, okay? So that's something that I'm really getting here for you, Gemini. Some of you guys, what Spirit needs you to see about yourself is that you're developing a new philosophy for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're meant to be somebody who stands apart from the crowd. You're not meant to be somebody who blends in with everybody else. So if you feel like you're not accepted as much as other people are accepted, you know, then that's you being in your true essence and nature. You know, you're meant to be authentic to yourself, not authentic to the crowd. You're not meant to be palatable to what everybody else would find pleasing, right? You're meant to be true to yourself, basically, okay? So let's see. Oh, and I got a song too. The hills are alive with the sound of music. So I don't know, okay? I don't know what that means for somebody, but I feel like that's a significant message for somebody. But Spirit could also want you to get out in nature more, to be, you know, out in nature, to listen, to quiet your mind. There's something about turning off social media, turning off the music, listening to the sounds of the earth, especially if you're able to. Because some of you guys, I understand, you live in the city and it's hard because you're always going to hear sirens, you're always going to hear horns, you're always going to hear people. Even on the nature trail, there's going to be people. But there's something about trying to turn off the sounds of the world and to listen to nature. And if it's truly impossible for you to do that, I feel like Spirit would want you to then go ahead and put on some nature sounds, you know, in your headphones or whatever, and listen to the birds or listen to the trees or the water or something like that, okay? But there is something here about connecting with nature, connecting with yourself. It's like there could be so much going on around you, there could be so much swirling around you that you're not able to hear the message, or you're not able to hear what Spirit is trying to say, because Spirit's talking to you in more of like a whisper, because Spirit wants you to quiet things down. There's something about that for somebody, okay? There's also something about drinking tea. They're showing me green tea, jasmine tea, okay, white tea. I don't know, there's something about that. Black tea. There's something here about drinking tea though, okay? There's something about doing a 14-day body cleanse or something. I don't know. There's something about detoxing your system, like cleaning your system out. There's something about that. Gemini, I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that what Spirit wants you to know about yourself is that you are very sensitive. Not like in the essence of like you're a wimp, but you are very sensitive to energies around you. You pick up frequencies very easily. You pick up people's energies very easily. You know, you might even be able to be a mind reader. You could be somebody who can hear people's thoughts and hear what, you know, they're thinking, or people's judgments, or, you know, and there could be something here where maybe you're just picking up too much energy from people and things around you. So, you know, I hate to go there, guys, but like when food is processed in a plant, like let's just say like pork or something, right? When pork is processed in a plant, if the pig went through some kind of abuse while it was, you know, meeting the end of its days, like you're picking up that negative frequency, you know? If somebody was like cooking your food or preparing your food and they were talking negative or gossiping or even talking down on you while they were preparing your food, you're picking up that frequency. So a lot of you guys are finding that your tummy is very sensitive right now to certain things. Like you might not even be able to go out and eat fast food right now because the people who are making the fast food damn near want to punch the sandwich before they send it out the door. Like they're not happy to be there. They don't want to be there, right? And it could be the same with the music that you're listening to. If somebody made a song, and even though you resonate with that song, if that person was like, you know, severely depressed and on drugs and this and that, and you're listening to that music, it's like you're absorbing that energy. I just feel like Spirit wants you to know that this is going to sound so cheesy, but it's true. You are at one with the universe, right? You are very connected to everything around you right now. You are very sensitive. And while you're learning to alchemize and calibrate these energies within you, you're just open. You know, I'm getting that very strongly. Like you're an open vessel here is what I'm getting. We have the Tiger. That's a High Priestess energy in this deck. Not surprised, okay? Very connected to Spirit. And there's something here where you're very connected to your passions. I've said it once, I'll say it again, okay? Spirit wants you to see something about yourself. You must be passionate about whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. You must be passionate. If you're not passionate about whatever it is that you're trying to do, achieve, go after, be involved with, you're going to get bored really quickly. And that is the remedy almost, or the cure to not being bored and moving on to the next thing, is to find something that really lights your fire, okay? Something that really lights your soul up. There's something here, Gemini, where you are meant to achieve something within your passions, okay? So this could be in a creative endeavor. This could be something where maybe you're helping people, you're being of service to people, or maybe you are using your spiritual gifts to connect to others and to connect to the divine, and you're very passionate about that. But regardless of what it is, Spirit wants you to know that you must be passionate about it, and that is the way that you're going to connect to it. I feel like another thing that Spirit wants you to see about yourself, Gemini, is that you are the High Priest / High Priestess. You are a sage. You are very wise. Again, you might be meant to create your own philosophy here, and it might not be what everybody else believes. Because I found that even in the spiritual community, they have like certain guidelines of how things are done, or this is the law, this is what it is. And Spirit has always told me from a very young age that I will let you know what it is, right? And so that's why sometimes I see that my beliefs and how I perceive things don't line up with what everybody else believes, but that doesn't mean that it's not true for me, you know? So there's something here, Gemini, where some of you guys, Spirit wants you to know that you are the sage, right? Some of you are meant to be shamans. You're meant to delve really deep into the spiritual world, and you're not meant to walk the path that everybody else walks. You know, you're not meant to talk the talk that everybody else talks. You're not meant to sound like Betty, Bob, and Joe over here. You know, you're meant to sound like you. You're meant to look like you. You're meant to do things like you're meant to do things, you know, and you are very intimidating. That's another thing that Spirit wants you to know about yourself. Let me get my coffee and warm up my hands, guys. It's freezing in Florida, okay? It's freezing. I feel like Elsa right now. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you're very intimidating to people around you. People will look at a tiger and go, oh my God, that tiger is beautiful. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous, right? And even the tiger skin at one point was something that was a treasure. People would love to have tiger skin rugs and tiger skin coats and boots and whatever, right? But very few people were actually willing to go up and pet the tiger. Maybe because they knew the power behind that energy, right? It's something that's not to be messed with. It's something that's not open and available to everybody. But you can sit back and you can watch the tiger from a distance, and you can learn about the tiger, and you can possibly look in the tiger's eyes and learn something about yourself. I feel like there could be some of you guys out there that feel a little isolated. Maybe you feel like, you know, you don't fit in with other people, you don't get along or whatever, or people don't understand you. People are scared of you. People label you, judge you, and then toss you into whatever box that they deem that you fit in. But what Spirit wants you to know is that there is no box for you, Gemini. There is no box that can hold you. That's what Spirit wants you to know about yourself. You intimidate others because of the pure power and energy that you possess. And people are not going to understand you. People are going to sit back and they're going to watch you, and they're going to cackle, or they're going to want to approach you. They're going to want to find that essence within themselves. But it's something that was within you. It's not something that can be found anywhere. It's something that was born in you, right? So yeah, very powerful energy here, Gemini. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that about yourself. We have the turtle. I feel like another thing that Spirit wants you to know about yourself is that there's that dualistic energy, right? The turtle, a being that's able to traverse both land and water, will spend a lot of its young energy in water and then go to the land, and then can go back to the water and then go back to the land, right? That's that yin yang energy. So I feel like there's that balance that Spirit was talking about in the beginning here. But the turtle for me is also being at home with yourself, and it's ancient energy, it's ancient wisdom. It's giving the same kind of power that the tiger gives, just looks a little different, looks a little smaller. And that's also something Spirit wants you to know about yourself, Gemini. Looks can be deceiving. People will definitely look at you and maybe count you out or underestimate you. But you have a lot of power behind you. There's something here too where you're very protected, and we talk about that a lot, and I never get sick and tired of talking about that, but you are very protected here, and it's something that's built into you. It's not something that you need to seek outside of anywhere else. Of course, if you do your rituals for protection, or you pray, or whatever you do, you burn your sage, whatever your, especially your ancestral practices, whatever you do for protection, of course, keep those up. But please know that you have a natural protection that not everybody has, because of your essence, because of your energy, because of your mission and your purpose that you're here to complete, Gemini. You're not like everybody else. Okay? And so because of that, Spirit has given you a defense mechanism where you can go into your shell and you can be at home with yourself. Some people might feel like you're a loner, or you're a homebody, or, you know, maybe there's a reason why you're on your own, or this or that, and people try to understand it and fit it into a box again, like we said. And so sometimes people will come up with a negative reason, right? But at the end of the day, you're very at home within yourself. You don't need anything else to satisfy you, to make you happy, or anything like that. That is your journey, right? Learning to be happy with yourself, learning to be content within yourself. And I feel like that's something that Spirit wants you to know about yourself, is that you can find home within yourself. You don't need to find home anywhere else. So some of you guys are searching for whatever home is, that feeling of home. Please know that Spirit wants you to know that that is going to be found within you. So it's time to do a deep dive. It's time to do some soul searching if you're still looking for that sense of home. Others of you have found it already, and you know that home, you, is your safe space. You're aware of that. Okay? Also, another thing that Spirit wants you to know about yourself with the turtle, Gemini, is that you are meant to move at your own pace. You're not meant to go at everybody else's pace. You're not meant to have the same results as everybody else. Sure, we would all love to have the results maybe of a horse, right? Because a horse is very fast, and it's swift, and it can gallop, and it can jump over high fences, and it can get there in 5 times the time that the turtle will ever get there. But that doesn't mean that the turtle's not going to get there. And it doesn't mean that the turtle's journey was any less significant, amazing, important, just because it couldn't leap a fence. The turtle can do something that the horse can't do, which is tuck all of its limbs inside of its shell and be protected. Horse can't do that. Horse has to keep running. Okay? So there's something here with knowing that you are exactly who you are for a reason. You're going at the pace that you're going for a reason. You're seeing the results that you're seeing for a reason, and there's no need to try to rush. In fact, if you did, it wouldn't happen the way that you wanted to see it, because you're not meant to go at any pace other than the pace that you were given with the turtle energy, okay? The turtle can get up and go if it wants to. I have seen turtles get up and go, but you could still beat them walking briskly, right? So it's like, you know, you got to go at your own pace here. That's something that Spirit wants you to know about yourself. Sea serpent on the bottom of the deck, okay? Again, that evil eye energy, you are protected, because I feel like there's a lot of people that either they're intimidated by you, they're scared of you, so they're going to try to dim your light, dim your power, make you doubt yourself, you know? They're showing me, I hate that they just showed me that, but they're showing me a tiger that's like being trained, and the trainer is like hitting it with a stick. And in a sense, beating down the tiger spirit and making the tiger believe that, you know, it's not able to just basically claw that trainer's face off at any moment if it really wanted to. And I feel like that's how people in your life have really gained power over you. They're also showing me an elephant, a baby elephant, and how they'll take a baby elephant and they'll tie it to a stake, and the baby elephant will not be able to move no matter how hard it tries. And if it stays there long enough, it grows up like that. Eventually, you can take that stake and you can move it, and the elephant will still not move beyond that perimeter because its mind has told it that it can't go any further. So a lot of people in your life have tried to hold you back, Gemini. A lot of people have tried to beat down your spirit or purposely make you doubt yourself because they're not on your path, or because they don't see things the way that you see things, or again, because they're intimidated by the power that they do see within you, right? Spirit wants you to remember, you don't have to be out here exposed to other people. You can definitely tuck in your turtle shell anytime you want to, and you have everything that you need in that turtle shell. Okay? Or you could go apeshit and claw some faces off. It's up to you, right? That's the energy I'm getting here. But I feel like there's this energy here where Spirit wants you to know that the why you are treated the way you are treated, why you get the reaction that you get sometimes, is because of the power that you hold within you, right? Let's see what else we got. Well, let's get one more animal, I think, out here for Gemini. We have the cosmic egg. So with the cosmic egg here, this is a card of ether, okay? And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that, again, you are connected, but there's something that you're completing in this lifetime. I don't know if this is karma. I don't know if this is you achieving a certain goal. I don't know if this is you walking away from maybe certain energies that are not meant to be around you or something. I don't know what this is here, but there is this energy here of Spirit wanting you to know that you are going to complete certain goals within this lifetime, and that's something that you need to see about yourself. You need to see that you're going to get there, okay? You also need to see that there's something here inside of you that, again, people want to take. There is a lot of like energy of defense here, okay? There's a lot of energy of like the static doesn't necessarily always come from within you. It comes from the outside sometimes. Sometimes there's energy here of like people trying to take your ideas, your creativity, right? And that's because, again, you're not like everybody else. So yeah, people see what you do, and they might mock it and they might laugh at it, but then when they see the true power behind that, or they see how far you are getting or how successful that you are becoming in something, then they want to act like you. Then they want to emulate you. They want to be kind of like you, you know? But they don't want to step fully into what it takes to be you. Because it does take a lot of pain. It does take a lot of growth. It does take a lot of alchemization. It does take a lot of stones being thrown your way from other people that don't understand you. Okay? So there's something here where Spirit wants you to know that there's something within you that you're meant to protect. Okay? I don't necessarily see the tiger as a defensive animal, but I do see the tiger as an animal that nobody really wants to go, you know, box with, right? Like, I don't think many people want to go toe-to-toe with a tiger. So I just feel like there's something here within that. But yeah, there's something there with that. I also feel like what another thing Spirit wants you to know about yourself with this snake energy, Gemini, is that you are going to shed many skins throughout your lifetime. That is one of your purposes, I feel, as a Gemini, is to change, evolve, and grow. You already are not the person that you were, say, when you were young. You're not the same person as you at your like late 20s, right? And then when you're in your late 30s, early 40s, you're not the same person that you were in your 20s. You are ever evolving, ever growing and shedding skin, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, people who are stuck, right? People who are stuck in whatever mode that they're stuck in are, of course, going to tell you that you've changed. And maybe that you're not being authentic and this and that. But that's because they don't understand true growth like you do. You know, you're a mutable sign, Gemini. You are very adept to change, to movement, to things shifting around. And change can be scary. You know, change is intimidating because it can question us. It can ask us to come out of our comfort zone. It can ask us to step to the limit of what we thought we could be and decide to be more, right? So change can really make us uncomfortable, but it's in that uncomfortable space that we do grow often. You know, I found that in my life, like when Spirit wants me to change, when Spirit wants me to move, when Spirit wants me to grow, it will make me uncomfortable. It will make the circumstances uncomfortable. Because when I'm comfortable, oh, I'm content. And I'll go on like that forever. It's not a problem for me. So if Spirit makes you uncomfortable, it's because you're meant to change. It's because you're meant to grow. You're meant to evolve. If Spirit's put you into a friend group. Let's just use that for an example, or a work environment, or a relationship, or a way of thinking, a way of being. And you're just like, this is not feeling right anymore. It's making me uncomfortable. It's feeling like I'm trying to shove myself into a boot that's like, I don't know, 2 sizes too small. That's because you're meant to shed that skin. You're meant to shed that friend group. You're meant to shed that work environment. You're meant to shed that relationship. You're meant to shed that idealism that you've built, right? So there's something here about that, Gemini, where, you have a lot of wisdom within you, but there's something here, and also knowing when it's time to activate that wisdom and utilize that wisdom to bring growth to your life. And I feel like that's something that Spirit wants you to know about yourself. You're meant to evolve. Some of you guys have had many, many jobs, many, many different friends, many, many different hobbies and career paths, and, maybe even lovers, right? And concepts, philosophies, things that you believed in. I get the energy of somebody out here. I don't know who it is. It could be anybody. Take it as it resonates. But it feels like there's somebody here who's been like Christian, and you've been Buddha, and you've been Muslim, and you've been like, Jewish, and you went like through all the different religions trying to find out what fits. And it's like there's parts of things that fit, but nothing quite fits. And that could be because you're meant to, again, cultivate that own philosophy within yourself, right? And you're taking all the different parts of what fit for you and what didn't fit for you, and you're forming something new. That is alchemization, okay? So there is something here about that, guys. I feel like the voice of the universe is within somebody here. Maybe not everybody. If you guys are sitting there listening to this message going, what in the hell is she talking about? What kind of shit did she smoke before this reading? This message probably isn't for you, okay? And for those wondering, not a damn thing. I don't need to smoke anything to connect. Okay, let's get some color mesh out here. Spirit, for what you need Gemini to see about themselves. What do you need Gemini to see, Spirit, about themselves? What do you need Gemini to see? That was like 5 cards, guys. Sorry. What do you need Gemini to see about themselves, please? Okay, we have Spirit. Nice. Card number 91. A hero's journey. Yes. And when we think about a hero's journey, when you think about your favorite hero, okay, whether that's in a comic book or action movie or whatever, okay, wherever your favorite hero comes from. One of my favorite heroes is Shrek, okay? I love Shrek's journey, all right? What do we see? We see them go through a moment where they're hated by everybody. We see them go through a moment where they learn how to accept themselves. We see them go through trials and tribulations with their friends and their loved ones. We see them believe in themselves. We see them overcome something outside of themselves after they finally overcome something within themselves, right? That is the hero's journey. And I feel like that is literally something that you're going through. That's something that's happening for you, Gemini. That's what Spirit needs you to see about yourself, is that you are on the hero's journey. Okay? You're learning to overcome things from within so that you can overcome things without. Okay? And you are going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. But what I love about the Spirit energy here is that Spirit wants you to know that it's always with you. Some of you guys have a very powerful crown chakra. Okay? You get a lot of downloads, a lot of messages, a lot of psychic insight from Spirit, and not everything you understand. Spirit is asking you, if you already don't do it, to please start writing down, like make a Spirit journal, okay? Messages from Spirit, Spirit's journal, right? Spirit's tea, whatever you want to call it. And it's a little book, and whenever you get something, whether it's like, okay, I keep seeing the color purple today, color purple, okay? Or I had this dream, write down the dream. It's like, because you're going to be able to go back, and some of you guys already do this, you're going to be able to go back and you're going to be able to see how these things have fit into your life, okay? Because sometimes I feel like you get messages, for those of you that have a very strong crown chakra and Spirit gives you a lot of downloads, I feel like sometimes you get messages and they don't always make sense at the moment. You don't always understand like what's happening at the moment or what this means or why you saw this, or, you know, and it can make you have a little bit of anxiety because you can be like, okay, well, is spirit trying to tell me something I'm just not understanding, right? But there's something here about creating that spirit journal and going back every once in a while and reading, or that way when something happens, you can be like, wait a minute, I think that's in my spirit journal, and you go back and you reference it, okay? But there's something here about that. Now, 9 with the 1 also is 10, right? Which is the cosmic egg, the end. Okay, so I do feel like there's something here where you are completing a hero's journey. I don't feel like this hero's journey is something that just started this lifetime, guys. I'm a big believer in reincarnation. And I do feel like there's something here where in past lives you were already on this hero's journey. There could be something where you're completing something. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I feel like there's people out here that are training to be like guides or training to be like ancestors or sages, right? Like true like masters that teach other people or guide other people from the other side. And for some of you guys, that is the training. That is the lesson. That is the school that you must go through. You must go through the hero's journey if you want to guide other people, if you want to truly be an ancestor, if you truly want to help people from the other side and have some kind of exalted spiritual energy on the other side. You must go through the hero's journey. So for some of you guys, that's just what it is. That's just what's happening. Inner calm and balance is something that I feel like you're learning to temper within yourself while you're going through the old and new, right? Eden, old and new order. It's almost like this energy of, while sometimes when things are chaotic around you, you're learning how to be the peace within the storm, okay? You're learning that there can be peace within the storm. That just because things go wrong or just because things aren't always going the way that you want them to go, doesn't mean that all is lost, and it doesn't mean that, you know, you lose your shit or you lose all of the wisdom that you have or the connection that you have to spirit. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are fair weather spiritualists, or, you know, they say like fair weather Christians, like, oh, they only go to church when something's going wrong, or they only go to church on Christmas. You know how they have like the Christmas Eve specials and the Easter specials and stuff like that. That's the only time I ever see them at church. Or the only time I ever see them pray is when their life is falling apart. You know, but I feel like that's not your energy. You talk to spirit every day. You take part in your spiritual practices every day. You pray every day. You know, and so there's something here where you're not a fair weather spiritualist or a fair weather whatever it is that you believe in, okay? Because not everybody's going to believe in something the same. And that's one thing that I always felt from like a young age that just didn't make sense to me. Why does everybody have to believe the same thing? Why do we all have to believe the same thing? What I deem to be morally correct might not be something that you deem to be morally correct. But that doesn't mean that we can't coexist, you know? And that's something that I've always kind of been struggling with since I was just a child, was like, you know, everybody has to believe that this is the truth and this is not the truth. And if you don't believe what we believe, then you're wrong. Well, how can people be wrong about what they believe in their heart? If you believe it and you can perceive it, then you can, as they say, achieve it, right? So why would it be, I don't know. I've always felt that way. And I feel like that's something that maybe you're starting to open your mind up to, Gemini, or something that you've already opened your mind up to, is that I can believe what I can believe. You can believe what you can believe. And it doesn't mean that I'm wrong or you're wrong or any of that. I have absolutely no problem with anybody here believing whatever they want to believe. I don't care. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. That's not my job. Spirit is the one that connects with you. Spirit is the one that governs you, not Jessica. Okay? Where my problem comes in is when you come here and you tell me what to believe. But most of y'all don't do that. So it's not a problem for me. You know? But that's the energy that I'm getting here, Gemini, is like, you're free, you're open-minded, you're willing to let people be who they want to be, believe what you want to believe, but people don't seem to want to let you do that, okay? So there's something there with that. Spirit, what else do you want Gemini to know about themselves or to see about themselves? What else do you want them to know? We have grapefruit, generous energy, card number 5. Gemini energy coming through, okay? Shout out to my May Geminis. We have card number 9 on the bottom of the deck, melon pink, compassion. Grapefruit with generous energy. Gemini, you are meant to be of service here, okay? And that doesn't mean that you're meant to be like, you know, somebody that's walked all over, you know? Or you're not meant to be a punching bag for people just because you're meant to be of service. But there is something that you were given, something that's sacred, that you are meant to give to others. Whether this is just your thoughts, Maybe you're meant to be a writer and you're just meant to write down your thoughts, you know, and if you dig it, you dig it, right? Maybe you're meant to be an artist and you create things that are beautiful, you know, and you don't know how things affect other people. Somebody could look at your painting and it could just, I don't know, heal them. It could make them feel a sense of peace. It could make them feel a sense of balance or hope or happiness just because they're looking at what you created. Some of you guys may be meant to create jewelry or clothes or help people with, you know, their skin or their hair or their makeup. And it's like, that's something that you were given by the divine because it helps boost somebody's confidence and makes them feel, you know, good about themselves. Because when you look good, you feel good, right? Some of you guys could be meant to be nutritionalists. And so you're meant to help other people learn how to take care of their bodies. And then doing that, they're able to see that they're worth taking care of their bodies. No? When you care about your health, it means you care about yourself because health is wealth, right? Some of you guys could be spiritualists, or you could be psychics, or you could be tarot readers or whatever, and you're meant to give people hope, or you're meant to help people guide themselves through the journey, right? Whatever it is for you. Some of you guys could be protectors, and you have a natural cloaking, and so you're meant to be an officer, or you're meant to be in the military, or you're meant to whatever, okay? People have their you know, controversial ideals about police officers and the military, but I wouldn't want to live in a world without the police or without the military. Just saying, everybody has its place. It's not about what somebody's doing. It's about the intention behind it. And we need protectors. We need guardians in this world. Point blank period. We do. So some of you guys, that's your role. You know, whatever it is that you're meant to do here, Gemini, okay? Be generous of it. Give that to the world. Don't, and I love that it's coming out right under the turtle because you're not supposed to give until you're empty, right? You are supposed to give to yourself. But I feel like a lot of you, because of whatever this gift or this ability or this mission that you have, I feel like that's why you have this intimidating energy. So not too many people are going to want to come towards you and try you, you know? There are always going to be people, but, you know, for the most part, people are just going to sit back and gander from a distance. But you have that ability to protect yourself. So Spirit is saying to give, yes, but don't give until you're empty. No healthy boundaries, you know? There's something there with that. Let's get one more, guys. Let's get one more. We have rain. Card number 94, water energy. Maybe some of you guys are very connected to the water, or you're very connected to the rain. You could be very connected to running water, okay? Some of you guys love to swim, or you love to take showers, you love to take baths, you love to steam your skin, you love to drink water, or you need to drink water. Some of you guys are collecting rainwater. Maybe you're collecting rainwater for baths, or I wouldn't suggest drinking rainwater without purifying it first, but you know, maybe do you, okay? But there's something here about that with the rain or with the water, like being very connected to the water, being very connected to the rain. You know, and that is part of that flow energy too, with that energy of going with the flow, you know, because it's so easy sometimes to, like, you know, try to resist, right? But the rain is going to happen whether we like it or not. There's also something with the rain here. What Gemini, or what Spirit wants you to know about yourself, Gemini, is that you are meant to cleanse out a lot of energy in this lifetime, and that you are cleansing out energy. And it's okay for the rain to come down. It's okay for the tears to fall. It's okay sometimes to not be okay. It's when we allow ourselves to get stuck, or we allow ourselves to see through that identity, through that lens of that's what we are, or that's what everything is. That's when it becomes a problem. But crying is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, feeling the rain is not necessarily a bad thing. There's something very cleansing about that energy, okay? You guys could also be people who cleanse other people or cleanse other energies. Some of you guys could be Reiki masters, or you're meant to, okay? Or you speak light language, or you're meant to. Some of you guys, you really do have a lot of healing energy here. And so if you're not giving your healing energy in some way, it doesn't mean you have to do Reiki on people. If you don't want to help people, maybe you just want to give Reiki to the earth. Maybe you want to give Reiki to animals. You know, maybe you just want to, you know, go out there and touch trees and give them healing thoughts. I don't know. Okay, there's something there with that. Whatever it is, where it's like you have a lot of cleansing energy. Some of you guys are able to baptize people in a sense, or you're able to wash people away of their whatever negative. And I don't know, maybe I'm talking to a preacher or something, but there is an energy here of somebody being able to wash people's sins away with whatever water that they've blessed. I don't know. That's for somebody. That's obviously not for everybody, but I am getting this energy here of you being able to cleanse spaces, cleanse people, cleanse negative energy. Some of you guys could even perform exorcisms, or you're able to, okay? I would obviously suggest that you become well versed in that and you mentor under somebody before you just go trying to expel the darkness and things like that, okay? But for some of you guys, that's what you're able to do. Some of you guys, that was passed down from your ancestors. You know, some of you guys are true spiritual warriors, and that's the thing, you know? Everybody want to be a spiritual warrior until they have to face the demons within them, till they have to face the demons outside of them. And trust me, it's not fun at all. It's scary. You know? So there's something here where you're able to bless spaces or bless people or something, or you're able to send energy from a distance, okay, to people. You're able to clear crown chakras or clear third eye energy. Like, I don't know, I'm getting that energy for somebody here, okay? I feel like your crown and your third eye, as well as your throat and your root chakra, are very important to you, Gemini, okay? So those might be the chakras that you focus on the most, or those might be chakras that need to be focused on right now. But I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know about yourself. You're a great cleanser. Okay, you're able to cleanse out energies. And you might notice that too. You might notice, like, when you go into groups or you go into spaces, everybody clears away, or, you know, all of a sudden people start being exposed, or, you know, people start acting funny. You irritate people's demons. Like, you know, yeah, I feel like you being happy, or you being authentic, or you being yourself, it irritates people's demons, and they want you to just fit in. They just want you to get along and be like everybody else, okay? All right, let's get some messages from Spirit at the end. This is not going to be necessarily what you need to know about yourself, Gemini, but these are just going to be some bonus extra messages from Spirit. What Spirit maybe wants to say to you, or what Spirit wants you to know. It says more insight is needed before reaching conclusions. So I feel like what Spirit wants you to know, Gemini, or what Spirit wants to say to you, is that, you know, not everything is as it seems. And when we saw that energy already in this reading, but that could be something for you too. Follow your intuition. Don't just jump to conclusions, or don't just, you know, throw the baby out with the bathwater because you're assuming this, or because this is how something looks. Things are a lot deeper than that when it comes to your life, or it comes to certain situations. So there could be a certain situation in particular that Spirit is talking about right now, but there's something here where it's like more insight is needed, guys, okay? This was meant to happen. This is the OG Oracle, by the way, okay? This Oracle has been fire. This Oracle has been on point with the personal readings, y'all. I swear, this Oracle is like my new ride or die favorite. It's been looking at me from a distance, wondering why I don't pick it up anymore. I'm sorry. Look, unexpected money comes in, okay? I feel like something was meant to happen, okay? So everything is happening as it's meant to, but something in particular was meant to happen the way that it's happened for your growth. Okay. Also, guys, a strong message here from Spirit is rejection is protection. So understand that, know that, okay? What do we have here? Spirit, what do you want to say to Gemini gang? What do you want to say to them? If you could say anything, what would you say? We have speak less, observe more, right? The answers are there, okay? And then we have release grudges to move forward. We also have you may take a loss that came out. And I feel like that's a significant message. That's an important message, guys, okay? Taking a loss doesn't mean that you're a loser. Taking a loss doesn't mean that you're always going to lose, or that this is the end. Taking a loss could be opening you up for a new beginning. It could be opening you up for a win. Sometimes we hold on to things, you know, we cling to things because we don't want to feel like we're a failure, or we don't see another way. But sometimes the easiest thing that we can do is to just let go, okay? And I feel like that's that energy, especially with release grudges and move forward. You may take a loss. You may lose that hold that you had, right? You may lose that extra energy that you were carrying around in this situation. You know, you may lose that resentment. You may lose that entity that was trying to attach to you because you were stuck with bitterness, or you were stuck with regret or remorse, or you were angry, or there was a jealousy type of energy. Take it as resonates. These messages obviously aren't for everybody, but I feel like there's something here where if you release something, yeah, you're going to lose, but you're going to lose the things that you don't need. Okay. Also, the speak less and observe more. That was that message that I was getting about going out in nature and listening to the trees and turning off the music. And there's something here about listening. Okay. You have to listen. I don't think I've ever learned anything by speaking, guys. I think I've always learned by listening to other people, listening to what spirit has to say. So there's something here with that. Okay. I think we'll get like one or two more. We'll see. Okay. New soulmate coming in, and something is ending so something can begin. That's literally that energy that I was talking about. Some of you guys need to release something so something else can come in. Okay. That's just what's needed here. But yeah, you have a new soulmate coming in. And Spirit is saying that this is not just a romantic soulmate. For some of you guys, this is soul fam, or this is even a mentor or a teacher. Okay, some of you guys are going to be meeting somebody that's going to be showing you the way. That's way too many. Somebody's going to be showing you the way really soon. Okay, things are not as they seem. Dig deeper. That's the same energy as more insight is needed, guys. We have secrets are being revealed, and then get ready for unexpected news. Okay, so I feel like there's something here that's opening up. Oh, this was flipped over too that I didn't see. New beginnings are coming. So I feel like something is opening up for you, Gemini. I feel like you are learning to purge. You are learning to just let go, to release, to let bygones be bygones, and to just move on and go about your own business here. And yeah, I feel like you're releasing that energy. So in that sense, you are taking a loss. Spirit wants you to know that with whatever it is that you feel like you lose, or whatever it is that you feel like, you know, didn't work out for you, whatever this energy is right here, you have a lot of new things that are coming in to replace that energy. Okay. So when Spirit, I feel like one message that Spirit wants to give to somebody out here is like, when I take things away, when things are removed, don't get caught in the loss. Be excited about what could be coming in. Be excited about the newness that I'm about to bring into your life, because now you have room for it. Okay, that's for somebody. All right, guys, that has been your message. I know it wasn't for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but hey, it is what it is. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.